But you were talking about Devontae Adams. Let's go there,
Yeah,
Kelvin.
man.
About just posting these cryptic post on social media.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of social media to me is like we start to get these cryptic, weird innuendo, subliminal messages. Like I'm just from the, I would prefer you to straight say it. I prefer him to make a post that says, hey, look, at the end of the day, it's a business, on their end and my end, and I'm ready, move on. Or just not post. Or put a freaking Saints logo up there and like say, all right, this is where I want to go. But the cryptic things, if you're Antonio Pierce liking a post, but then not admitting you liked it or not, I'm just focused on the next game. We're focused on Denver or whatever it was. Like, man, sometimes you got to say it with your chest. And I like that. And one of my favorite athletes of all time is LeBron James. You know how I feel about him. But even LeBron drives me crazy with his passive aggressive.
He does it too.
Yeah,
all
we're
the
like,
time.
he'll just, after maybe the media has some narrative, he'll just post a weird picture of a cartoon character. Remember the one, who was that, Arthur? Remember he had the fist, Arthur's fist? And you're like, okay, is he watching it with his daughter who was really young at the time? Is he meaning something by this? Is it a black power fist? Like, I don't know what this means, LeBron. And I just drives me crazy how now social media, you can do like the whole, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it. Or what was you, Rob Parker, go to interview them. Hey, we saw you posted this thing. What exactly did it mean? Oh, I don't know. I just posted. What do you think it means? What did I don't like that. Just say it with your chest or don't say it. Post it and post it. Mean it or, say what you mean. But this whole cryptic, Devontae Adams posting a Raven or Edgar Allan Poe who wrote the Raven. And what does it mean? Is it poetry? Are you saying it's poetic that I'm trying to go to the Ravens? We're about to play the Ravens? Like, I just don't like all of that, man. And I think that's one of the few things, one of the several things actually, but that drives me crazy about social media. It allows these players now to kind of have these weird cryptic posts and speaking subliminals. To me, that drives us crazy because then Rob Parker writes an article about it. And they're like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I said.
Yes,
like,
it is.
Yo,
yes,
I don't know what you posted a fist. What does it mean?
Supposed
You posted
to mean?
Edgar
Right.
Allan Poe. You posted this. So I just sometimes to me, just say it or don't say it at all. If you know your name is in the media right now, you know we're having these conversations about you being traded, rumors of you being traded, rumors about this or that, then just don't post. It's okay.
No, I'm with
It's
you.
okay to not post or post exactly how you feel and say it with your chest. Just drives me crazy.
Yeah, but most guys, they don't want to say it with their chest. They kind of want to hide behind it. Just be honest, be upfront. I'm with you on that all the way.
I don't mind them being on social media. I think some of them do great stuff. It's good to get some inside look behind the scenes. Wow, okay, this is how he's living. Oh, wow, beautiful family. Love it. I get that. Totally with it. Some of them have great causes and great charities. They do a lot of great posts on that. But the cryptic, weird, in the middle of your name being in the media stuff, and you just post a weird picture that leaves it up to our interpretation, I don't think it does anyone service, including yourself, because, again, you allow then for us to run with what that post means, what that picture means, what that quote from your favorite person means, as opposed to you actually saying it or saying nothing.
You make a compelling argument. Hard to argue with that. I'm with you. I want to switch here to football, though.
Yeah.
And football from this standpoint of what we've seen from Derrick Henry. We thought even when he got picked up that was what a great move, because you remember we talked about the Ravens losing that AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't run the football. They
got away from what they do.
Right, and they went back to it when they ran the football last year. I think they only lost one game all year when they rushed over 20 times in a game. That game, somehow they only had 6 rushes from their running backs or something, 4 or 6 rushes, which was ridiculous. But anyway, Derrick Henry, and it's great to see a real workload, workhorse kind of back in the NFL. I'm enjoying watching him play.
100%, and I think it's a
Because we gotten
reminder.
away from it, right?
Because it's a reminder, you can have success and have one singular back that's the feature back. Not that they don't use other backs. Lamar Jackson, by all intents and purposes, runs like a running back, and you have others. But this is our hog. This is our feature back. This is who we're giving the ball to 20 to 30 times in this game. And you see Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles, you know when they lost? When they stopped giving him the ball enough. Give Saquon Barkley the ball. Christian McCaffrey, when healthy, give him the ball, whether it's running, whether it's passing. But it's great. Jonathan Taylor. The more Colts are having success, give Jonathan Taylor the ball.
But they downgraded the position. They didn't want to pay anybody. You remember we saw Danny Dimes get all that money from the Giants, right?
Saquon Barkley
With Saquon Barkley
in their face.
But he was the reason that made Danny Dimes even viable because
I got to worry about him in the backfield.
Exactly. And so I didn't understand that, how we got away from it and just became like arena football, just throwing the football every down. And running backs are so important. The other part is, in a game, there's time and a place where you need a 2 or 3 yard rush for a first down, and you can't get it because you don't have a running back. It makes the difference between icing the game because you got the first down and now the clock is eaten up, or not being able to close out the game and having to give the ball back to the other team, and then they come back down, kick a field goal, tie the game, or beat you.
I mean, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, what makes them also effective, especially the last couple of years, is Pacheco. You know what I mean? As much as we talk about Patrick Mahomes ain't been putting up Patrick Mahomes numbers that we're accustomed to, and Pacheco has been, one of their big staples in that offense. Listen, I know we're not in the Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas era again, where every team's trying to have this amazing feature back. I think I was telling Rob G, I think the last little era of that, remember what that was, that like LaDainian Tomlinson, Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander, maybe a little bit after that, where you have this feature back who's getting you 25, 6, 7, 8 touchdowns in a year. But it's good to just see. And I love that Derrick Henry, they're starting to put up his numbers. He's a few yards away. I think it's like 11 or 12 yards away from having 10,000 career yards, which most of the guys, I think like 90% of them who have that are in the Hall of Fame. The other couple will be soon. Adrian Peterson will be there shortly. And so you expect Derrick Henry to be in there too. And I just like the guy. He's a workhorse. He does what he does, and he makes that team better. So you wonder if – and you know another team that's doing that, who arguably is the best team in the entire NFC? The Lions. You are getting ran. They are running it down every team's throat week in and week out, and then they light you up with the play action with Jared Goff after that.
And then don't forget Jim Harbaugh now as a coach in the NFL.
You see what Dobbins doing when he's healthy as well.
But you are starting to see a shift back to running the football. So this year, let me give you a number. Uh-huh. This year, teams are averaging 4.5 yards per carry, which is tied for the best mark in NFL history. Think about that. They are also rushing 124.9 rushing yards per game, which is the most since 1987. So the running game is back.
And they're using quarterbacks, too. Right. They're using quarterbacks.
Well, quarterbacks
Daniels,
to run, right.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
That's another big part of it.
Jalen Hurts. And I think what they're also realizing, too, and when you look at the numbers of why passing is down, partly we've had these conversations, is because they're also saying, wait, why aren't we running more? If I got Jalen Hurts, let me just stop playing around and let Jalen Hurts run. I got Lamar Jackson. Let's not be cute against the Chiefs and, we'll do this and we'll trick him. Then we'll run. It's Lamar Jackson. Jaden Daniels has found a great way of doing that. Kyler Murray's gotten back to doing that as well. Justin Fields has found a really good balance of running and passing. So you have this ability to run with the running back, with the quarterbacks, and it just changes the game. And I think that's why we're going to see passing numbers be down. They're down also because teams are starting to get acclimated, getting more reps. They're not doing they're not playing in preseason. You got new players, guys are injured, they're starting to get healthy. You got new quarterbacks and new positions and new offensive coordinators. I think the passing yards will pick up some, but I don't think they'll get back to those numbers we had, the last 6, 7, 8 years, because people are going to run the ball more and see it's effective. If we can run the ball, play some defense.
I never could understand that. And I understand some of the talented passers in the league or whatever, but still, there's got to be a balance. You can't be one-dimensional. And I'm not talking about run the ball every down. What was that Patriots game with Mac Jones? Remember he only threw the ball, what was it, Rob G, three times?
Yeah.
3 times. Remember that game? Which was ridiculous. They ran the ball every single – it was like watching an Army-Navy game or something. I was like,
and then you wonder why they're trying to let Drake May sit. That's why they're trying to let Drake May sit.
That was crazy.
They're like, ooh, you know what? Let's just let him just sit back, relax, and learn a little bit. Let him grow a little bit.
By the way, where is Mac Jones?
He calling a game somewhere.
Jacksonville. Okay.
Ooh.
I lost sight of him.
Ooh, that's just brutal.
Could you? Wasn't he his first year? He was.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. You're like, all right.
First year was pretty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Pro Bowl.
All right,
I know.
You gotta put the caveat. The Pro Bowl.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm not going next guy. I'm not going third guy. I'm not going fourth guy. I'll go.
That's mad disrespectful for Snoop Hundley. Because he has that on his Wikipedia. He's called himself a good quarterback because he's a Pro Bowl quarterback.
That's right. Matt Stafford's a Pro Bowl quarterback one time, too.
Whoa. He is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Let's start there.
Remember that pick
as
he
well.
threw, Rob G, in the Super Bowl?
Remember that pick he threw? Where did he
sorry,
throw it at?
It dropped.
Where did he throw it at?
You mean Jaquaski Tart?
Jaquaski
Man
Tart.
dropped the pick in the NFC Championship game and was out of the league.
Never been
days
seen
after.
again. I mean, let me tell you something.
Maybe that's why he wasn't that good. That's why he dropped it in the first place.
Dude.
He ain't Malcolm Butler.
You ever watch that over?
No, I don't, because Matthew Stafford went to the Super Bowl and won.
Oh, okay.
How could you watch him covering Detroit all those years and see that we had a guy that the number one pick, and they're like, oh, you're going to go to Detroit. And he was like, I embrace this. He didn't Eli Manning us, your guy. He said, I'm going to Detroit. I'm going to help be a thing that transforms this
and
team.
Didn't win a playoff game and
got him to the postseason. Sure, we weren't even getting to the postseason. We weren't even thinking about it. We were 0-16. Can't believe you hate on Matthew Stafford. You watch that man grit through injuries. How can there's a few people I can understand you hate on. How can you hate on Matthew Stafford? Likable guy, tough guy, talented. How can you hate on Matthew Stafford?
Stat Pafford? What? That's the all-time nickname.
Now, you know what? We were gonna to have some other conversation. Maybe we should have a conversation this next segment.
No.
Who do you like?
No. Let's not do that. All right.
Rob Parker actually likes somebody. No. Here's who Rob Parker likes.
No. I like a lot of players.
A lot. You like a couple.